Hey guys, a little bit of a different video for you here today. My friend SELA Spectre and I do this thing every month on stream where we read creepypastas and give our take and opinions on them while laughing at them for the most part the entire time. However, when we first did this, we started it off strong with Jeff the Killer. And I wanted to show you guys over here on the YouTube how funny that stream was, and so hopefully you'll check out the other ones when they're live. Hope you all enjoy the video. Today, chat, we have a big stream planned, big times, big fun planned, all right? Me and SELA have a plan to read some old school creepypastas. If you watched Creepcast before, kind of like that. And we wanted to read some of the old school classic creepypastas today. Just for fun. Just for funsies, see if you guys like it, see if it's something chat would be interested in. Would you like to say anything to chat?
Sorry, I looked up that I work at a McDonald's and there's a strange set of rules.
Did you find it?
I found 3 of them. Hold on.
Okay. For context, chat, before stream, we were talking about like the meta of like people fucking making I work as blank with a strange set of rules, and I was talking about one that I found years ago where it's like, I work at McDonald's with a strange set of rules. It's like, okay, bro.
This one is really good. There's 12 rules, and the first like 7 are like, if this customer does, lock yourself in the office and call the manager, and like, if a child shows up, ignore them. But then rule 7 is like, follow the dress code. Ask your managers what's acceptable. And then rule 11, always leave the restaurant by 2:37 a.m. The Hamburglar doesn't like company.
It's like demon entity, right? Like fucking Satan himself appears to get a burger, and it's like, holy fuck, the manager steps up. It starts playing like fucking You Say Run, and the manager runs in and just fucking socks Satan in the face.
Satan has no power over corporate.
Corporate America beats Satan's ass. Power scalers taking notes. So the way we're going to be doing this, chat, is Sela's going to be doing the narration, and I'm going to be doing the voice acting. Do you see the 3 lines at the top of the excerpt from the local newspaper? All right, would you?
Oh my god!
Would you like to begin?
Yeah, I can do that. I can start saying stuff. Okay.
Thank you. That is what we are here for.
Sorry, this is so stupid, but I'm actually like this. I feel like there's a lot of pressure. I've got this.
You got no. There's no pressure at all. All right, you ready?
When Jeff the Killer does the Five Nights at Freddy's scream, terrifying. Excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown killer is still at large. I thought that was 3 different lines. Why is it written like that?
Yeah, I don't. Someone found the line break tool.
Ominous unknown killer is still at large. After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story.
I had a bad dream and woke up in the middle of the night. I can do says the boy part.
Okay, you can do says the boy.
I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remembered it being closed before I went to bed. I got up and shut it once more afterward.
This is not how a little kid talks.
Once more.
No, you're doing great. You've got this.
I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep.
Why is this fucking kid like, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to slumber. Simply.
That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There's a little ray of light illuminating from between my curtains were a pair of 2 eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark and ominous eyes. They bordered in black. Just plain out terrified me.
played out coming from a 7-year-old. Okay, buddy.
That's when I saw his mouth. A long, horrendous
I'm gonna do this as a British child.
that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said it in only a way a madman could speak. He said, "Go to sleep." I let out a scream. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming at my heart.
How do you know where he's aiming at? What?
Especially, he's from between the curtains. Are your curtains just open?
Yeah, the window's open, but then he like hid somewhere else in the room. Then when he gets back in bed, it goes back behind the curtain. like you can see his feet poking out from the bottom, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this kid so hard."
He jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife and it went into my dad's shoulder.
Are we?
So in the time it took for this, the police were already on their way. Let me get this straight. Jeff jumps on the kid. He screams. The dad busts in, and the police are there at that point. He's like, "Oh, I think the mom was having an affair with the police officer in the other room, and the dad busted into the wrong room and just so happened to save his son." It must be rich and white.
God.
Yeah. No, I think. No, well, Jeff the Killer's the whitest motherfucker in the room.
That's why they got there so fast.
God forbid a white boy catch a vibe.
They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway.
Why not out the window he came from?
I heard a smash like glass breaking, and I came out of my room. I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget their face. Those cold, evil eyes. That psychotic smile. They will never leave my head.
This is a child, by the way.
Why does this house have a parking lot? I thought it was maybe like an apartment. No.
Maybe it's a townhouse and Jeff the Killer is just going from townhouse to townhouse. Like, you wake up, the police investigate the next door neighbors, and it's like every single bedroom is a guy with a comically stabbed like knife into his chest, pointing directly up towards the ceiling. Written in blood on every wall to go to sleep, and he's like, "I just had to make sure they found one of them."
Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother, is it Lou?
Yeah, it's Lou.
Lou couldn't complain, though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by.
"Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you. Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and introduce my son."
Okay, why don't you just say, "Introduce me and my son"? Okay.
Yeah. She turns around and calls her son over. Oh, sorry.
No, that's all you. And then...
"Billy, these are the new neighbors."
It is a good thing that it's Jeff the Killer and not like Billy, because Billy's a stupid name. Dude, it's a good thing Billy did not become the antagonist of this story.
Billy the Killer would have kind of gone crazy. "I'm Margaret, and this is my husband, Peter." They just looked up like a family name on Google. "And these are my two sons, Jeff and Lou." That's you.
They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said that they would love to. When Jeff and his family are done packing, Jeff went up to his mom. Okay.
Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid.
Jeff,
said his mother.
we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend some time with our neighbors. Now we're going to that party, and that's final.
Okay, Mom. Damn.
Okay. Jeff started to talk but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up to his room and plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at his ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not so much a pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. Guys, do you think he got a random feeling? Just this,
I got a feeling tonight's gonna be a good night.
He heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. The writing is so...
He heard his mother call down to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. Like, thanks. Needed that clarification.
I really like how it's like, oh, he has a weird feeling, and he had a feeling, but he dismissed it as a feeling. And then he heard his mother call him down to get him stuff, and he walked down to get his stuff. And the next day, Jeff walked down the stairs. It's like, stop saying stuff 3 times.
It's like ADHD. I'm going to the park, and then I'm going home, and then I'm going to the store, and then I'm going back from the store to my home. And then when I go home, I get home, and then I go to the store again. It's like...
The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. As he sat there eating his breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but he once again dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus. And then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise.
Hey, what the hell?
Also, kid, it's a sick kickflip over both of them. Like, we've got fucking Kick Batowski here. Like,
okay. The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kid seems to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale shirt and ripped blue jeans.
Okay, I gotta give this kid. Well. It looks like we got some new meat.
Suddenly, 2 other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other was huge.
Well,
Standard
since you're new
sidekicks.
here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith.
Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to have.
And he's Troy.
They looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he had to exercise since he was crawling. Oh my gosh.
Dude, not cool, Jeff. You can't fat shame people.
Jeff, in 2025. Oh my gosh.
Jeff. He's like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, dude. Guys, I swear.
Jeff, you should know how uncool it is to be body shamed.
Did no. It's like Jeff says a slur on Twitter, and he's like, guys, I didn't know. I didn't know. No, he's like, it's just a word, guy. Jeff the Killer is like fucking... Dude, I imagine him as the guy who says slurs on Call of Duty. That's like exactly what I'm imagining.
Like somebody comes out, like rebrands, and they're like, guys, this is Jeff the Killer. Like, here's all the screenshots. He's just doing a rebrand attempt.
It's like he changes his name from Jeff the Killer to Jeffrey the Killer. You pop into the Call of Duty lobby, it's guy Jeff the Racist. He starts talking into the mic
gosh.
like, he's like, I'm gonna kill you in real life. Like, he's just like fucking emo as shit. Thinks he sounds really cool.
like the scary castle and then the happy castle, but it's two scary castles and it's Jeff the killer or Jeff the racist.
Well, I think it's his two alter egos, and it's Jeff the killer, and then sometimes he transforms into Jeff the racist, and he's like, guys, it's two personalities. I don't associate. Like,
Oh my
I'm
god.
not racist. I'm Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare if you catch my drift.
Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him.
Wait. I'd hoped you would be more cooperative, but it seems like we gotta do this the hard way.
The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. Now it was truly strong, a burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid.
Listen here, you little punk. Give back my bro's wallet, or else.
Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife.
Oh, and what will you do?
Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Oh my gosh. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out at him, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him in the arm? Oh my... They're 12.
Yep.
Keith dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. Okay.
It's just like, dude, why is this like a DBZ fight? It's like, fucking, weave, parry. Like, he broke his wrist.
Jeff is just really good at quick time events.
Jeff is like, grabs the wrist, goes, and is like, you're too slow. And he's like, what? Bacana! And he stabs Keith. Jeff Strain's feeling only shows up around other men. Maybe it's, dude, we didn't get, maybe he's not Jeff the racist. Maybe he's Jeff the homosexual.
Jeff, how'd you...
That was all he said. They saw the bus coming and knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing, so they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids, but Jeff knew it was more. It was something, scary. Okay. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful... I'm losing my mind.
He's gonna go like Super Saiyan by the end of this.
As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful it was, the urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. These commas are taking me out. He felt that strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop, and how now he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice,
"It was a wonderful day."
Next morning, he heard a knock at his front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door, his mother looking back at him with an angry look.
I like how he's like, the feeling goes away after he beats the shit out of somebody, so he's like, Jeff nearly kills 2 children, and he's like, sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything. Like, his personality does a fucking 180 as soon as he kills 2 kids, or not like kills, but tries to.
Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids. That wasn't a regular fighting.
That wasn't regular fighting. Okay, what qualifies as regular fighting?
And that they were stabbed. Stabbed, son. Okay.
Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true.
Mom,
this is so stupid.
They were the ones that put knives on me and Lou.
Son, said one of the...
Son, so one of the cops, we found 3 kids. 2 stabbed, one having a bruise on his stomach, and we have a witness proving you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us?
Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because, truth be told, they were. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou.
Son, calm down your brother.
Why couldn't the mom do that?
I'm so baffled. Jeff couldn't do it since it was him who beat up all the kids.
Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids.
Lou tried, I thought this was Lou. It's so fucking weird to figure out who's talking.
It's so, anything that's happening, I feel like I'm reading words that aren't there.
Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up the kids. Lou tried to hold me back because he shot me.
The cop looked at his partner and they both nod.
Well, that kid looks like a year in juvie.
Like they just diagnosed that on the spot. Like there's no court or anything. It's like shit.
Oh, my bad. They all looked up to see him holding a knife. The officers pulled their guns and locked them on Lou.
By the way, Lou is like fucking like 10, dude. Lou is 10 and they see a kid holding a knife and they're like, fucking shoot him.
It's probably like a kitchen, not even like a good kitchen knife, like a butter knife.
No, it's like
He's
one
got
of
a
those
butter knife, but
Play-Doh
they're like,
knives.
Get his ass, get his ass.
It's a Play-Doh knife and they pull out the guns.
He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle.
Son, you put the knife down, said the officer.
Lou held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops.
Yeah, it was me. I did it.
Jeff had tears running down his face.
Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what?
Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away.
The police led Lou out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up those kids.
Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders.
Jeff, please. You don't have to lie. We know it was a Lou. You can stop.
What the fuck does Lou do?
They're all so quick to turn on the fucking 10-year-old.
Yeah, not the guy who, like, upon being invited to a party was like, why did you invite us to a party? I'm not an ordinary child.
The guy who's like,
It was a wonderful day.
like, if you saw your 10-year-old brother fucking almost kill 2 kids, and you go, it's a wonderful day. Either way, I think both of them go to jail.
I'm so baffled. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong.
Son, what is it?
Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house. They just left him out there? Into the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by with no word from Lou at JDC, no friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is until Saturday, when Jeff woke up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face. I'm just curious why, like, if neither of them had confessed, what would they have done? Would they have just picked one?
They go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The dad walks in and he's like, I got a way to solve this. And he's like, who wants to go to the birthday party? And then Jeff is like, no, please. And it's like, that fucker, he's emo, get him. And they shoot him on the spot. He's holding the Play-Doh knife and they shoot him on the spot.
There's 2 suspects, Jeff and Lou. We just have to figure out which one is Jeff the killer.
which one of you is named Jeff? And Lou raises his hand. He's like, he's good.
Jeff, it's the day, she said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood through the room. I decided.
What's today?
Okay, ask Jeff as he stirs awake.
Why, it's Billy's party.
He was now fully awake.
Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after.
There was a long pause.
Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be a thing that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed, Jeff.
Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and a pair of jeans and walked down the stairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up, his mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party?
I thought for a second you said his father in a dress and his mother in a suit, and I was like, damn, maybe Jeff is pretty progressive. His father's like a drag queen and his mother's like a girl boss.
I'm trying to think of the words.
Jeff the drag queen.
Woke isn't Adele. Jeff the woke.
Jeff is on Twitter and he's like,
I've killed a lot of people, but I've never killed any legislation for gay rights.
he's like about to stab you. He goes,
wait, what's your pronouns?
And they're like, she, her?
And it's like, well, you're going to die.
And it's not even relevant. It's like,
son, is that all you're gonna wear?
Said Jeff's mom.
Better than wearing too much. Oh, sorry. Better than wearing too much. He said.
His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hid it with a smile.
No, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go. You go if you want to make an impression.
Oh, we're not even.
Like that now.
He said his father.
Jeff grunted and went back up to his room.
Fucking.
I don't have any fancy clothes to wear.
He yelled down the stairs.
Just pick something,
Called his mother.
He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it, though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Huh? Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on.
You're wearing that?
His mother looked at her watch.
Oh no! No time to change. Let's just go.
She said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door and at it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
Wait, so they had no time to change, but they're across the fucking street.
The kids are out in the yard. How about you go and meet some of them?
Said Barbara. Oh my god.
Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting each other with plastic guns. He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly, a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and hat.
Wanna play?
He said.
No kid. I'm way too old for that stuff.
The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face.
Please?
Said the kid.
Fine, said Jeff.
He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool, but it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off of Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. I think it's really funny because he's like, what, 13?
Yeah.
And he's like playing with Nerf guns. And he's like, I'm too cool for Nerf guns. It's like, okay, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's playing cowboy, and then he's like,
I'm just sick of it. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said, we have some unfinished business.
Jeff saw his bruised nose.
I think we're even.
or this is Jeff.
I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you. And you got my brother sent to JDC.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning. You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today.
As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming, and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets.
No one interrupts, or guts will fly.
Oh, Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him.
Need some help?
He picks Jeff up by the back of the collar and throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand up, he is kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood.
Come on, Jeff. Hot me.
He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head.
Fight!
What the heck is going? What is happening?
It's an
He
anime
throws
fight.
Jeff back into the living room.
It's like he's being tossed around into the fight. I'm imagining he's thrown into the kitchen counter, and it's like if he fucking craters into it.
Yeah, like there's like the line.
Come on, Jeff. Look at me.
Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood.
I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC. And now you're gonna have to sit here and let him rot in there for a whole...
That's not rotting. It's a year, bro.
You should... Oh, finally. You stand and fight.
Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while. It's
I
been
got
2
a
days.
feeling.
Finally, he's up.
Says Randy.
As he runs at Jeff, that's what it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill.
Keep going.
The commas are taking me out.
Hold on.
Wait, okay, he grabs Randy and pile drives him to the ground.
He just pulls one of those on Randy.
He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop. As Randy gasps for breath. That's not a sentence. That's not it. Jeff hammers down on him. Punch after punch, blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies?
His heart is already stopped. I like to think. Do you know that fucking shit from Hunter x Hunter where where Killua like stabs them in the heart with his finger?
No, I haven't watched that one.
Oh my god! If you've seen fucking Hunter x Hunter, this is just Hunter x Hunter shit at this point. What the fuck?
Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith. Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him, each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready.
Oh, this This is peak. This is cinema.
Why do the cops show up immediately when Jeff the Killer is going to Jeff the Kill You?
But not when
But,
Jeff the Killer is Jeff the beating the pile driving Jeff the pile driving Randy. Like,
oh my,
I need.
oh my goodness.
What? Jeff did this? Jeff did this?
Yeah, Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard, and now all that's left is Keith. He's more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He drops the knife and grabs Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burnt both of them, and they both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best he could. He pulled back the towel rack and swung it straight into Keith's head. As he lay there bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile.
What's this in it? Asked Jeff.
Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on.
What's funny? He said. Is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol.
Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible screech as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, dropped to the ground, nearly dead.
He's 13. He's not a 13. Man.
Not a man. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out. When Jeff woke, he had a cast wrapped around his face. I don't think they put casts on your face either. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out, and a nurse rushed in.
IVs don't just like fall out of your arm.
No.
I don't think you could get out of bed just yet, she said.
As she put him back in bed and reinserted the tube, Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother.
Honey, are you
She
okay?
just left him?
She asked. Apparently.
Oh my gosh. Jeff couldn't answer though. His face was covered and he was unable to speak.
Oh, honey, I have great news. After the witness has told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let...
But Randy's dead.
Yeah, Randy died.
Randy is dead.
They decided to let Lou go.
This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm.
They'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to be together again.
Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbye. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family. Then came the day where his bandages were to be removed. His family were all there to see it, what he would look like. As the doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edge of their seats. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed.
What? It's doctor. Watch out for the best.
What happened to my face? Jeff said.
He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face, it's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had a sort of leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, then back at the mirror.
Jeff, said Lou, it's not that bad. Not that bad, said Jeff. It's perfect.
His family were equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching.
Jeff, are you okay? Okay. I've never felt more happy. Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me.
He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy, something in his mind, his sanity, snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine. That is, his parents didn't know.
Huh? I like how they do a recap As you may recall, in last episode of Jeff the Killer, like, said Jeff's mom,
Is there something alright? You know, in the head?
oh yes, this behavior is typical of patients that have taken a very large amount of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in a few weeks, bring him back, and we'll give him a psychological test.
Okay. Oh, thank you, doctor.
Jeff's mother went over to Jeff.
Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go.
I looked away. I'm looking. Okay, here we go. Wait. Jeff looks away from the mirror. His face still formed into a crazy smile.
Okay, mommy.
His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes.
This is what came in.
Said the lady at the desk. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood and now stitched together. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing that this was their final day of life. Oh my god!
He was on fire.
Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheek.
Jeff, what are you doing? Asked his mother.
Jeff looked over to his mother.
I couldn't stop smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now, I can smile forever.
Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, ringed in black.
Also, they forgot the parenthesis or whatever at the end. The quotation.
Jeff, your eyes!
His eyes were seemingly never closed.
Bruh. I couldn't see my face. I got so tired, and my eyes started to close. I burned out the eyelids so I could forever see myself. My new face.
Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane.
What's wrong, Mommy? Am I beautiful? Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy, so he can see your face.
She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep.
Honey, get the gun! Their son is having a fucking psychotic break. Let's fucking execute him.
The next day, they're gonna roll up to Lou and they're gonna have to be like,
If you ever do that shit, I'm killing you. Just so you know, if I ever catch you having mental health issues, I will fucking blast you myself.
Oh my gosh. She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway holding a knife.
You lied.
That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with a knife, gutting both of them. His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou. Lou thrashed here and there, tried to escape Jeff's grip.
Shh. Jeff said, just go to sleep.
Cinema.
I am in shock.
So how was your first time reading Jeff the Killer? Yeah,
I am in shock.
I heard Jeff the Killer lives in Texas. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Jeff the Killer's real and he's coming for you right now.
Yeah, I was going through the drive-thru at McDonald's at 2:37 a.m. They tried to give him a warm burger and he killed them.
God forbid a white boy catches a vibe. God forbid a white boy catches a vibe.
Check it.